Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce that we are closing out this evening's entertainment with a debut headlining set made here possible by the bookings of Taps Brew House. Here for Taps, Apps, and Laughs, would you please give a nice warm ovation as you come into the stage, Nestor, everybody!
Hi. Does anybody feel stressed this week? Yeah? I have something for you. I heard this helps. I drew you a bath. I hope you feel better. So, I strongly believe that if you do dream about someone, that they have the right to know about it. So I called up my Kojiko technician and I told him that I had the most unique and unbelievable dream that he showed up on time. And so I made love to him. 8 days and no internet. And then I called up my landlord and I said I had the most unique and unbelievable dream that you fixed my kitchen outlet. And so I made love to you. 9 days and no toast. And then I called up my mechanic and said that I had a unique and unbelievable dream that you didn't overcharge me for my brake pads. My car is still in a ditch. Anybody have abandonment issues? Yeah. Well, I want you to know that you're not alone. I found this sock just outside the Delta Bingo in Welland. I think the owner went for a crack and didn't come back. So if you do know the owner or know the other sock, please see me after the show. I'm just gonna leave it here just so you know where it is. Okay. I was abandoned a few years back by my best friend Lucy. As soon as she gave birth to Ashley Mercedes, I no longer existed. Yeah. And so I wouldn't feel like an abandoned Welland sock, I decided to start a nightly support group called IHKA. I Hate Kids Anonymous. I'm not bitter. It's just that she chose an anxiety-ridden, financially suffocating slave life over our friendship. So that hurts. Yeah. I did go to her gender reveal party, though. Except I thought that gender reveal was just a fancy name for swingers party. So I was very excited. The thing is, when the confetti cannons went off and the gender-defining cake was cut, I took off my pants. Anyway, when I was walking home with my tongue-dyed baby dick blue, I thought to myself, why aren't there any reveal parties for Nestor? Like Congratulations! You're financially okay to buy bananas this month. Or, surprise! Your mole is benign. Baby Dick Blue is a very beautiful color. I bought 3 cans of it. My bedroom's gonna be so cocky. So, to fill my empty heart, I decided to start dating. Don't do that. I went on a date with a blind stand-up comedian and wanted to go see the new Marvel movie because he heard it was good. He then proceeded to give me a list of movies that are for blind people. Do you want to hear the list? So there's Dante's Peak, Children of the Cornea, Ordinary Pupil, Dark Knight, The Blurry Witch Project, Black Christmas, and Monty Python's The Search for the Holy Grail. He didn't see me after that. Or before. And then I dated a girl who worked at a movie theater. She was always projecting. She left my floor very sticky. And then I dated a camera operator, but that didn't pan out. Shit got too real. I think he was a hunter too, because he asked me if he could shoot me in the woods during golden hour. At least he asked for consent. I wonder what the other girls said. I shudder to think. And then I dated a girl who had bulimia. I shouldn't have brought that up. Oh well, that relationship went down the toilet anyway, so she was always so flush. Anybody get nervous and say stupid things? No? I do. I was in love with a lady amputee named Debbie. We were together for 6 months, and she was the most beautiful, intelligent, morals in check woman I've ever met. So I decided to propose at a romantic restaurant by candlelight. Okay, it was a Burger King and a tea light. Anyway, I held her hand and I was very nervous, and I looked into her eyes and I said, "Debbie, you're the most beautiful, intelligent, morals in check woman I've ever met, and I truly believe in the bottom of my heart that this relationship has legs." It's not funny. I never saw her again. I couldn't stand to see her go. Oh, fuck. Maybe we just got off on the wrong bus. I'm really glad that I didn't tell her I did stand up. She'd probably think I'm pulling her away from a better financially equipped partner. Can I have that bath drawing back? I think I might need it later. Thank you. I think Taps double booked us. I don't know who this person is. I'm sorry. How long are you here for? The same amount of time I am, okay. I guess the shows must go on. So I decided to quit dating, and I decided to start collecting hanging plants. I named them all, just so it wouldn't be weird when I talk to them. So there's Robert Plant, Dallas Green, Orlando Bloom, Diana Moss, and Willem Dafoe. Oh, because he's well hung. Yeah. I also had a fern named Shia LaBeouf, but he was very passive-aggressive. He would always remind me that I'm a terrible plant owner, but never tell me how. So one day I found him dead with a note that said, "Welp, you fucked up, so I left." Anybody else name the things that they own, that they like a car, or a boat, or a kid, or a pet? Yeah, I've pretty much named everything in my home. There's Harry Styles is my hairbrush. My toilet, Vladimir Poopin. My deodorant is Brad Pitt. And my pit remover is Jennifer Aniston. My toothbrush is Steve Buscemi. And my diva cup, Daniel Month Lewis. My backpack is Jim Carrey. My slippers are Christopher Walken. My credit card is Owen Wilson. My bank account, empty. My car is Tom Cruise. My driveway is Sarah Jessica Parker. And Ben Stiller is the dead rat at the end of Sarah Jessica Parker. My phone is Phil Collins. And my remote control is Benjamin Button. My couch is Lyle Loveseat. And the crack between my couch cushions is Kevin Spacey. The thing is, whenever I drop Phil Collins down there, I hear a voice that says, "He's too old." I don't know why. I heard that stand-up people, they do stuff on politics, so I'll do that for you. I don't really like politics, but I'll do it for you. So I hired 6 strippers to dress as former presidents to do my house chores. George Bush trimmed my hedges. George Washington washed the dishes. Calvin Coolidge filled my ice tray. Abraham Lincoln glazed a delicious pig. Jimmy Carter did the groceries. Carter. And Herbert Hoover. Oh, he sucked them all off. It was very patriotic. Yeah. I strongly believe that if you dream about someone, that they have the right to know. And I had this unique and unbelievable dream that a big... Never mind.
Unbelievable. I feel like we learned. We've reached the half intermission show there, halfway between the other half of our headlining set. Will be performed by our thank you so much, by the way, a really educational speech on the aerodynamics of past presidents. I would like to introduce our next grade 4 speaker with The Importance of Capes, presented by Nestor. Give her a round of applause, please. Give them a round of applause.
Hello, fellow classmates and Mr. Man. I decided to do my grade 4 speech on an invention that changed the world as we know it today. No, not a rabbit skinning device. No, not the invention of shut the fuck up. That's not what I'm... No, I decided to do my speech on the invention of capes. Capes were invented in the Cold War, so January-ish. And the soldiers were so cold that they were having a hard time warring and needed something to keep their shoulders warm while looking heroic at the same time. So Sergeant Jim hired a seamster to come up with a solution. This man was known as Theodore J. Cloker. His real name was Fisherman Bob, but that didn't look good on Wikipedia. Back then, fabrics were scared. Yeah. Everyone had eaten all the sheep, cows, silkworms, once the baby denim went extinct. So Cloker had to use what was available to him: bark, sticks, berries, and capers for the buttons, hence the name cape. So with their shoulders warm and their heroic stature, the team won the gun game and were free to go home to their families. I have 5 minutes left. Okay. Hello, fellow. Flashback to now. What would we do without the cape? What would Dracula do if he couldn't go outside and because he lost track of time? Dracula would just look like a well-dressed pale man. Darth Vader would just look like an industrial hairdryer. Batman and other caped crusaders would just look like a bunch of strong adults in onesies. What would Jesus do? He was the first Cape Crusader, except he wore his cape like this to hide his resurrections. What would magicians do if they couldn't do the famous rabbit disappearing trick? Where they place the rabbit on the checkered table under a spotlight and wrap the cape around, say the A word, and reveal nothing. And all you hear is a distant applause as you get sucked down a hole and dropped the Delta Bingo alleyway in Welland during a rainstorm. So you seek shelter in a little box as you wait for the magician to make you reappear again. And you wait, and you wait, and you wait. B9, B9, G55, G55. The amount of days the rainstorm continued. B13, B13. The amount of days, the amount of shelters and adoption centers you were in and out of. I-15, I-15. The amount of years you waited for the magician to make you reappear again on that checkered table under the spotlight. N38, N38. Oh, anyway, so Theodore J. Cloker died a slow and painful death. He died of cholera, a disease where you're put on hold for a very long time. I guess I'll end with a joke. So I went to a costume party and I sneezed, and the Batman in the corner said Gesundheit. It was a blessing in disguise. Thank you.
One more time for Nestor, would you please let me hear it for him? And the real star of the show,